Lawyers began presenting their final arguments today in the trial of a Burlington man who's being described as a cult leader. Mohan, Jarry Ahlowalia is facing 30 charges. They include assault, weapons offenses, and human trafficking. But as the case winds down, the judge is raising questions about the human trafficking charge. Sweeney was following the trial today and has the latest.
Jarry Ahlowalia was arrested in December 2019 when police raided his mansion in Mount Nemo. Police said they found guns, ammunition, and cash at the house and hauled away potential evidence that included 2 safes. They also seized items from Ahlowalia's nearby restaurant, the Wonder Bar. As the trial began over a year ago, a woman who lived in the house with her children and as many as 20 other people testified that she worked in the family packaging and health food business and at the restaurant. But she said she was not paid regularly and felt trapped. She told of assaults and daily abuse, saying at one time Ahlowalia lifted her up by the neck, squishing her face until she urinated in her pants and almost lost consciousness. She said of Ahlowalia, "I felt this man could kill me and leave no trace." She eventually left before the police raided the house. In court today, Ahlowalia's lawyer, Jarry, questioned whether witnesses against his client lacked credibility and showed indications of collaborating on their stories. The Crown prosecutor responded that the witnesses were consistent in their testimony. But the judge expressed concern about the human trafficking charge against Ahlowalia. Police said it related to forced labor. But Justice Jacqueline Freeman says she was having trouble with that particular charge. She said the woman involved was living in a home and meals were provided. She and her children received a number of benefits of living in the home and had access to horses, swimming pools, and other benefits. She raised the question, if a husband tells his wife, "Go out and get a job," is that human trafficking? The judge also said this case was not a matter of sexual services and the woman was not a vulnerable victim. Crown Prosecutor Monica McKenzie replied that the woman was vulnerable for lots of reasons. She was surrounded by people, but not anybody who would help her. Defense lawyer Jarry said the woman had $260,000 in a stock account and was not trapped. The judge asked the Crown lawyer to search for previous cases on what exactly constitutes human trafficking. An issue also arose at the trial about evidence that was seized, a bag with a gun in it. The judge wanted to examine the bag, but the Crown says the bag was returned to Ahlowalia by mistake 2.5 years ago. The judge agreed to examine the bag once the defense lawyer gets it back from Ahlowalia, despite concern that the bag may have changed in some way after it was returned. The trial has been adjourned until next week.